I'm getting $80,000 after I'm done with my contract to finish my schooling. I do free schooling here, and I have a job and I'm getting paid at the same time. I'm also getting ultimate health benefits, which are free health and free dental. So they're good benefits being here in the Navy.
For this young TCI native, joining the United States Navy after graduating from high school was a decision that family members objected to, but something he wanted to pursue. Watching the U.S. economy topple and job opportunities vanish, 19-year-old Fabian Hanchel, who was raised in the Turks and Caicos Islands, said he chose the Navy over going to college because a job in the United States, even with a degree, is not promised.
I chose aviation mechanics because it's completely hands-on. There's no paperwork. It's a complete hands-on job. My first choice was going to be an explosive ordnance disposal EOD, which works alongside the Navy SEALs and the CIA and the President's Secret Service. But there's a backup in the system for being an EOD. So if I chose to be an EOD, then I would have to wait about 6 or 7 months just to start boot camp, and that's just time wasted.
The first few steps of a journey is usually the hardest. Hanchel told News 4 in a webcam interview from the Naval Air Station in Pensacola, Florida, that since joining the division in mid-2008, he's been going through rigorous boot camp training that has taught him how to, quote, be a man, as there is no time for growing up in the Navy. Core values are so important they are covered in detail throughout boot camp. Hanchel logged some serious classroom time in boot camp, covering everything from military custom to drug and alcohol awareness, and there are academic standards that must be met before you can graduate.
Life here on the base is sort of like a cross between a college campus, but you still have the sense of it being a military base because there are rules that you have to abide by. We do have uniform inspections. We do have room inspections that are random, and there are things that you have to follow. We do security watches 24/7. We don't have janitors or anything like that. We clean up after ourselves and that kind of stuff.
Hanchel said at the time that if he graduates from the base at the top of his class, he will be promoted from his current student status to what they call in Navy terms E40, which is Petty Officer 3rd Class. This grants him 3 pay grades above his current wage, which puts him in a leadership position. Hanchel completed his U.S. Navy basic training on November 26, 2008, and was a member of Division 902, which won the title of Hall of Fame Gold. Despite being one of the youngest sailors on the base, Hanchel was promoted to Master of Arms. It's a high-tech world out there, and the Navy is on the cutting edge.
When people think about the Navy, they usually think about war and casualties and things like that, but it's really not like that completely. Less than 2% of the Navy is actually involved in the Iraqi war, and that's more of the job for the Marines and the Army. This is a land-based war. That's why I really won't be an essential part in it. My job at being an aviation mechanic.
He made it clear that he's not going to war, well, at least for now, but he will be serving in the Navy for many years. For WIV4 News, I'm Nikira John.